All right. Good morning. So I'm at work, but I'm gonna try to run this by real quick because I need to get this off me, man. It's like something that's inside of me that I just need to get out. It's eating away at me. So I didn't plan this. Well, I planned it a little bit because I knew I wanted to get it out, but I didn't try to rehearse it or anything. So I'm just gonna go straight off the top with it. When I got home last night, I just picked my Bible up and just flipped to a particular spot that I just wind the pages out and let it go. And wherever it stopped is where I started reading. And this is what I came across. Now, hopefully you've read the beginning screenshots and the references to what I'm about to talk about. So I'm just going to run through it with the understanding that you have already done your research and know who Israel is. Now, let me just explain why you're in the current state that you're in, which is slavery, financial bondage, all these things. And it's because you've disobeyed your father and you didn't know who you were. But it ain't your fault because they didn't tell you who you were. They came over here to steal, kill, pillage your land, rob you of your resources and stuff. But I'm just going to show you in the scripture where it says these things. And this is God giving an interpretation of what you're living in right now. Way back then. Now, this is our prophecy, your current situation. Hosea 7, verse 5. It says, "In the day of our king, the princes have made him sick with bottles of wine. He stretched out his hand with scorners," the kings now, the kings, the false idols. "For they have made ready their heart like an oven, whilst they lie in wait. Their baker sleepeth all the night. In the morning it burneth as a flaming fire. They are all as hot as an oven, and have devoured their judges. All their kings are fallen. There is none among them that calleth unto me." That means all the people that you worship and you think are big people, they don't talk to God. They don't call upon God for what they want. They call on to things of this world. We're going to go further. "Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Strangers have devoured his strength." This is a person. "Strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Yea, gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth not." These are like people of the land that have been ran through and used hot as an oven and have devoured their judges. All their kings are fallen. There is none among them that calleth unto me. That means all the people that you worship and you think are big people, they don't talk to God. They don't call upon God for what they want. They call on to things of this world. We're going to go further. "Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. Strangers have devoured his strength." This is a person. "Strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Yea, gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth not." These are like people of the land that have been ran through and used by strangers. You know what I'm saying? Like strangers, foreigners from other lands. They've came and manipulated this guy and, taken his naivety for, I don't know if that's the word, naivety, he was naive, so people used him. And he don't even know how much he's been used, so much so that he's an old man because of his being used up, and he don't even know it. And it's not just a man, it's our whole condition, our whole people. Like, they done turned us into slaves so much that they work us so hard. They just take us down through there in every aspect of life, man, to the point where we're nothing but little robots. But we don't even know that we're gray in the inside yet. But they just taking us down through there. "Strangers have devoured his strength, and he knoweth it not. Yet gray hairs are here and there upon him, yet he knoweth not." It could be a man letting a woman and different women take him down through there and just run through his humanity. "And the pride of Israel testifieth to his face, and they do not return to the Lord their God, nor seek him for all this." See, that's us. We not talking to God about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Ephraim also is like a silly dove without heart. They call to Egypt. They go to Israel. Egypt is like Babylon, you know what I'm saying? Like all the bad things, they call to Egypt. Ephraim also is like a silly dove without heart. They call to Egypt. They go to Israel. When they shall go, I will spread my net upon them. I will bring them down as the fowls of the heaven. I will chastise them as their congregation hath heard. So he's saying when you go to Egypt for help, and your whole congregation, anybody that follows that wicked way of living, worshiping false idols and all that stuff, anybody that goes that way or reaches to those levels for their blessings and stuff like that, wicked ways, he gonna get them and anybody that follows them. So all these false idols y'all have, and you follow these people unknowingly, you better hope that God will bless you because you're a fool and you don't know no better. But that's one thing. You better hope he spare you because you're a fool, because they say God protect babies and fools. But let's go further. Woe unto them, for they have fled from me. Destruction unto them, because they have transgressed against me. Though I have redeemed them, yet they have spoken lies against me. Now he's saying to you, Israel, I've given you everything. Every morning I wake you up. I've blessed you with abundance of land. I gave you America. I gave you all this stuff. And because some people have come over and brainwashed you, now you act like you don't know me. You don't speak no love to me. It's like building a woman or a man up or a child, and then they turn on you and act like you ain't never did nothing for them. If you understand that, how that feels, then you're really a child of God, because only children of God have that compassion and that empathy, and they can feel feelings when somebody do them wrong like that. Now, if you're a soulless person, you're probably of Egypt, and you don't care. You can run through people, and you don't care. But if you're a child of God, that should strike you in your heart, because you know how it feels when somebody does you wrong. This is your father talking to you about how he done so much for you, and recently you guys, well, within the last few hundred years, you guys have totally turned away from him and started worshiping cars and Chevy and Cartier and Tiffany Co. and Louis Vuitton and Kim Kardashian and Meg Thee Stallion and Jay-Z and Beyonce and Oprah. You've all turned away from him who have given you everything and started worshiping these false idols. If you don't believe a purse is a false idol, you're lying. When you see somebody with a red bottom pair of shoes on or a Louis Vuitton bag, you want that. You want that Bentley. You want that Rolls Royce. You want those materials. You want that money. You know what I'm saying? So all those are false idols, bro. You worshiping a false idol. Even the dollar, even the person that's on a dollar bill. You want that $100 bill, don't you? You want Ben Franklin, don't you? That's a false idol. You feel me? You worshiping Ben Franklin. I need Ben Franklin. Well, how about you pursue God like that? How about you ask for his help? You know what I'm saying? It's like a slap in the face to your father for you to do that. But let's carry on. I got about 1 more minute to spend. I'm going to spit one more. Let's see. And they have not cried unto me with their heart when they howled upon their beds. Hold on. And they have not cried unto me with their heart when they howled upon their beds. They assembled themselves for corn and wine, and they rebel against me. He said, they have not cried unto me with their heart when they howled upon their beds. So when you asking for help, you ain't asking for help from God. You going all around. All you got to do is talk to him, acknowledge him, ask him for what you want, and he'll provide. But you ain't even calling on to him. And they rebel against me. He said they rebel against me, and they assemble themselves for corn and wine. Get drunk and get faded, and you don't ask for God. You rebel against him, but you cry out to your false idols for help. Call out the politicians and all that. Put your more faith in a politician than you do God. It's crazy, bro. Hold on. Now the next part says, though I have bound and strengthened their arms, yet do they imagine mischief against me. And he gave you all this power, and he strengthened you as a man or a woman, You imagine mischief against me. I've done all this for you, and you're going to turn your back on me and talk down on me and go against my word. So he says in 16, they return, but not to the Most High. They are like a deceitful boat. Their princes shall fall by the sword for the rage of their tongue. All these people that are of our heritage, that have became princes and they living good and all this, they shall fall by the sword for the rage of their tongue. They not speaking things that are godly and holy. They shall fall because they don't speak things that are holy from their tongue. And he also says, this shall be their derision in the land of Egypt. They derive in the land of Egypt because they don't speak from what he wants them to speak from. They speaking death unto themselves. They not speaking of his law. It also says in chapter 8, it says, set the trumpet to thy mouth. He shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord, because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law. That's powerful enough. You can understand that. He says, Israel shall cry unto me, my God, we know thee. Israel hath cast off the thing that is good. The enemy shall pursue him. He said, because you done ran away from him, the enemy will pursue you, because he wants you to stay where he is. Like, once you start crying out to God, God, I know what I did wrong, man. Please save me. He said the enemy will have such a foothold and a neck on you, man. He won't let you go without trying to put together some little fake scenario to where you have to come back to him, or he won't let you go. He wants you that much because he wants the children of God to turn against God. He won't even let you go when you cry out for God. That's where this COVID vaccine stuff coming from. He don't want to let you go. See, he know that you're waking up to who you are. There's a lot of people waking up all across the world, and he don't want you to wake up to who you are. So now he putting something in your body that's going to turn you against your father's bloodline. See, he putting something in your bloodstream that'll turn you against your father's bloodline. Now, who knows what that's going to do to you when it's in your body, but he wants to ruin that blood that's in you. Peep game, just think about it. They putting something in your body right on the brink of you finding out who you are, what bloodline you come from, who your real father is, and now they don't want to let you go when you cry, oh God, I know who I am now. They want to come with this all of a sudden. When everybody's having a revelation and waking up, an epiphany. Peep game, bro. That's why I feel so bad for my people that took that up. Because you ain't know. Let's just pray that God spares those that don't know. See, he also said, my people shall perish for lack of knowledge. You feel me? So, that's where you end up in scenarios like that when you don't do your research. You gotta be in your word, man, and know what's going on. Thank God that he, you know what I'm saying? But he also says right here, under chapter 8, he says, they have set up kings, but not by me. They ain't my kings. I didn't put them up there. They have made princes, and I knew it not. Of their silver and their gold have made them idols, that they may be cut off. Like your celebrities, and you done made princes of these people, and they got gold and diamonds and all this on. You hold them up to high praise, just like they did the calf back in the day, the golden calf. That's what you do to be idols, man. You follow them, but you don't follow God like that. God didn't put them people up there. So who are you really serving? A foreigner's propped up image? Come on now, you gotta peep game, bro. Next it says, thy calf, O Samaria, hath cast thee off. Mine anger is kindled against them. How long will it be ere they attain innocency? I gotta come back to that. For from Israel was it also, the workman made it. Therefore it is not God, but the calf of Samaria shall be broken into pieces. All those false idols and celebrities, they'll be broken down into pieces later on. So don't feel bad because you was following these people and you felt like they was on a higher level than you. They all gonna be brought down. That's why you see people like R. Kelly and all these people falling. Celebrities falling everywhere. People getting caught up on sexual charges. That's them falling into pieces, man. You gotta bring it into 2021. They ain't gonna fall in another way. They're gonna fall in this way. Amongst everybody gonna see it. Weinstein, Epstein, All these people falling. Come on. For they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. Destruction. That's God's wrath. It hath no stalk. The bud shall yield no meal. If so be it yield, the stranger shall swallow it up. So you won't even be able to, man, ain't nothing good gonna come out of that. It's pretty much what he's saying. This is all because you ain't following your father and you forgot your lineage, bro. It goes deeper. It says, Israel is swallowed up. That's us. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel, wherein is no pleasure. Ain't no pleasure. Don't you have to go to work today? Do you want to go to work? Ain't no pleasure in that. Ain't no pleasure in that, bro. Do you feel happy? Like you're good? You good right now. Come on, man. If you know punishment, you not good right now. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? This ain't pleasure. Come on, bro. For they are gone to Azariah, a wild ass alone by himself. Ephraim hath hired lovers. Yea, though they have hired among the nations, now will I gather them, and they shall sorrow a little for the burden of the king of princes. You got to cry for what you follow behind. Because Ephraim have made many altars to sin. Altars shall be unto him to sin. They done made plenty ways to praise sinfulness. Oh, Moneybag Yo and Waukesha and oh this and oh that. You got so many altars. Oh, I love Def Jam. Oh, I love Weinstein movies. Oh, I love Oprah Winfrey Network. Oh, I love BET. Oh, I love the BET Awards. Those are shrines. You paying homage and giving praise to these people that do wicked things. That's an altar. That's an altar. You feel me? You giving altars to so much sin. You giving it a place to be glorified. We'll go deeper. I'm going to do a few more, then I got to take off. I have written to him the great things of my law, but they were counted as a strange thing. I told you my law and all I wanted from you, but you counted that as a strange thing. You thought that was weird. Oh, I can't do that. I can't be with one woman. I can't do this and be a stand-up person, not kill with it. No, man, it's not cool, man. You wanted to be cool by their definition, Egypt's definition. He said they sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings and eat it. Sacrifice flesh for the sacrifices of mine offerings and eat it. They sacrifice, I put it in personification mode. They'll kill a person, just like Michael Jackson and Prince. What did they do? They sacrificed their flesh because those brothers had catalogs that people wanted up in the big top buildings. They had the Beatles catalog and what, like Elvis or something like that. So they killed them. They sacrificed their flesh, Prince and Michael Jackson, then took their offering mines, their mine offerings, which was the catalogs, and then ate of it. They balled out with their catalog after they killed them, took their offerings, which were their catalogs, and then balled out and told them, it's crazy, son. But the Lord accepted them not. Now will he remember their iniquity and visit their sins. They shall return to Egypt. Peace. For Israel hath forgotten his maker and buildeth temples. What's a temple? A nice mansion house. They forgot their maker and went on and built big old houses. And Judah hath multiplied fenced cities, but I will send a fire upon his cities, and it shall devour the palaces thereof. He sent a fire to where these people build temples at. What's going on in California and out there? What they say? Did they say Judah? I've heard Judah is only Utah. So God put it right there that he's going to tear down all those temples that they built out there on the West Coast. Now what you see going on? I see a bunch of fires and I see a bunch of people on IG having to evacuate their houses because this mysterious fire came out of nowhere. But if you know your word, then you know that God been telling you he was going to do this for a minute, cuz he will burn their palaces and temples. Tell me that ain't what's happening. Everybody running from the West Coast. Oh, Lord, no, Lord. Well, man, we'll get back to it. I got to get on that road, cuz. We out.